Good evening, boys and girls. Today I will be talking about the external interrupt and how it can be used, because you might be requiring this particular interrupt in your exam. So first of all, I'll show you how a program works. Now, if you see, I have two LEDs and two switches on the screen, and I will run this program. Now the green light is blinking and the program is running. Now, if there is any emergency and I want to stop this particular program, let's say the conveyor belt, then I press the red button. The moment I press the red button, the program stops and a red light starts blinking. And it will keep blinking till the time I clear this interrupt with the help of another push switch. Now it has stopped and the program has gone back to the original working. That's the, in short, how an interrupt works. Now this switch is external. This is an external interrupt. I'll demonstrate once again. The program is running and I press the red button to stop the program and it stops. And the red light starts blinking, giving a warning till the time either you can clear the fault, or if there's a fault, or you want to stop the conveyor belt, you want to stop the machinery from running, you can use an external button and that will immediately stop the program. And then you click back again and then it starts working. The interrupt is basically, it is used to interrupt the program. It's an interrupt command. If you want to stop the program, to stop all the tasks, once you push a button, then interrupt command is very useful. And this command basically executes a macro or a subroutine which you write separately. Interrupt can be external as well as internal. I'll demonstrate how to make an external interrupt. External interrupt means a physical switch placed separately. You press it or you push the button and that stops or interrupts the program and another program is run by that interrupt. So let's see how that program is written. So over here, if you see, this is an interrupt command which you can pick from here. Just bring it in here, and then in the loop, what I have done is that I have put a simple command that the output 1 to A2, that's the port where this green LED is placed. Delay for 1 second, and then output goes to 0. That means I'm just blinking a green light. Then again a delay of 500 seconds, and then we reset it to 0. So, and this is running in a loop. Now, while it continues running. The green light keeps coming on and off, on and off. But on top, before the loop, this interrupt icon is there. And once you press this and double click this icon, I have named it warning, enable interrupt. Interrupt is on which pin? It's on pin 0. That means this switch is to be connected on pin 0 of A port. INT 0 pin. Okay, so we go on to OK and edit. So now this is the there is one main and this is the warning. So I've named this interrupt program as warning, and this I have written as in a loop. In this loop, what I have done is that the output goes to red button, and that blinks continuously till the time this reset that is on A6 port that is pressed. And once that is pressed, this automatically goes back to the same point where the interrupt had started. So it goes back to the main program. So this is in short how the interrupt works. Let's say we go for a new project. We're going to write a very simple program to use interrupt. I take this icon of interrupt, place it here, then I place a loop, place it there. From the components library, I take outputs, I take one LET, LED, I have taken two LEDs, properties, I change the color, this is blue, and I change to and that is on which pin. I have to change it to pin. So as you know, there are if we use that board where there are two pins available, then we need to have 0 and 1 for one connector. So we don't use the same one. So we go for the pin 2. This one stays on A0. And what we say is just give an output out to pin 0, a delay of second, then again an output Okay, so the output to should be 1. If we give 1, that means it will light up. Delay of 500 milliseconds. That's enough. Then the output is 0. And then again a delay of 500 milliseconds. So this is just a blinking. So let's go for debug and let's see how the program is running. So you see this is just a blinking. Now we have one program where the blinking is going on. Now we want that once we push one switch, this blinking should stop. So we go into the component library, we get an input of a push switch. That's the push switch. And it's on port A0. We can't have it on A0. It is on A0. There's LED, and on A2 also there's LED. So we'll go for A4. Go for A4. Now we go on to the interrupt. This icon which we have initially pasted. Once we double click it, interrupt comes, the window opens, interrupt enable, yes, interrupt on INT0 pin. It's number 2 from top, timer 0 is the first one, number 2 is INT0 pin. You select that and then you say create new macro. Name of the new macro will say stop. Okay, now OK and edit macro. So this time we say that once the interrupt is, and this red push button is pressed, we should give an output on port A2 where that red LED has been connected. So if you see, I'm going on the port, I'm using single bit, that is on bit 2, I'm going to give an output of 1. And then a delay of 250 milliseconds so that it is faster. As you know, when you want to something to be look urgent, then you show it as a that is something which is running fast. Then I give 0 to bit 2 again, and again a delay of 250 milliseconds. Now, I haven't used the loop, but I'm going to use the loop and I'm going to put all of them inside the loop. But this loop is how to end this loop. I'm going to say that the loop count should be 10. So it's going to run this, blink this LED for 10 times, and then it will go back to its own program and will keep running the original program. And then we go on to debug, try running it, and there you see the that seems to be wrong. Yeah, so it immediately interrupts. So interrupt is properties. Oh, so what mistake I have done? The mistake I've done is that this one is on port A0, this switch, and this LED is also on port A0. So program is not going to run properly. So what I do is that I change the blue LED from port A0, I change it to A2, 4. And the main program also we have to change. And that was another mistake. It should be on single bit, not entire port. 4. This one becomes 4, and this one is on. Fine. Okay. So let's debug it again. All right. Now blue is blinking. I press the red button and the program stops, and the indicator comes on for 10 times, then the program goes back. Observe it again. I press the red button, the program runs for 10 times, and then goes back again. That concludes today's short lesson on interrupt. So the summary is that you need to use this interrupt icon. It's before the main loop. And then once you're going to put this icon, you're going to double click it, enable interrupt on int 0 pin, then create macro. You will name the macro, and I have named it as stop. Then you will come OK and edit macro, and you will have to write a new program what this particular macro is going to do. Thank you very much. And with this, we conclude our session.